HCB family, how's it going? Welcome to Hold the Ball. Hope you guys well. Thank you again for joining in. If you're new, enjoy, look around, browse around. Rugby league content is in the air. In saying that though, however, we've got Lebanon against Ireland here in a game that is surprisingly now a do or die game, and especially now with this added twist. Before I get into it though, DJ, hit that intro. Ladies and gentlemen, right, here we go. Ireland against Lebanon in a do-or-die clash. What was probably not going to be so much is now. The reason why it is now is because Adam Doihe is now suspended, banned for one game because of the profanity that he used against the ref there. And I don't condone and or encourage foul language, right, hurled towards our referees. Now, obviously, loud opinions, right? This ref is that, not a fan of this ref. But in terms of players, getting upset, throwing profanity, swear words, I stamp that, and I'm really strongly against that. Rugby league is a game about respect, not only for the opposition, but also for the people who actually manage and, have authority over the game. Now, in saying that again, back to the game, right? The likes of Luke Keary, I think, and Frankie Holton will be very pivotal to this game, particularly the likes of Toby King as well, right? You could even throw in Jolliffe as well, who's been superb for Ireland. And for Lebanon, you got the likes of Mitch Moses, obviously, Josh Mansour, right? Kalachi as well. Yeah, the usual suspects. Romanos as well, you can throw him in there. The point being, this squad here, maybe a few tweaks or there, will not be unchanged, basically. Now, this game here, it's now do or die footy. You have Mitch Moses against Luke Keary, right? It's almost a main event in a way. Now, this game here for me, I think will come down to the halves, right? To the halves pairing, to the spine. I think it will. Granted, this is going to be a very physical altercation. I believe it is, especially the forward pack. If anything, both these teams showed that their forward packs can and will deliver if you need to, right? Ireland against Jamaica, and in an admirable loss, Lebanon, who played New Zealand. It's going to be a game of spine. It's going to be a game of forward use, sorry. But at the same time as well, I really genuinely believe that this game here could come down to the wire. I don't even know if I can separate these two teams. Now, you may look at me and be like, I'm silly because, obviously Lebanon, and we all know a lot of their players, right? Karaz, right? The way he is, obviously not playing, but you get what I mean. Mansour, right? Mitch Moses, yeah? We're talking about players who are still in the NRL, yeah? And then you sort of team up against probably, in Luke Keary, we know Jolliffe, perhaps you may not know. Harry Rushton as well, former player. But a lot of people tend to gravitate towards Lebanon purely because of the NRL talent. And I suppose that's it's no one's fault. It's just what happens when you have less international games, right? You become unaware of players from different teams, and so be it, right? And I'm probably only speaking to the Southern Hemisphere. Perhaps in the other hemisphere, the Northern Hemisphere, they probably think Irelanders and so on and so forth. So I suppose both sides of the story here can argue, can be left with the same argument. But I'm saying I digress. This game's a do-or-die game. It's going to be the one in the spine and the forward pack. I don't see this game being one-sided at all. I think this would be a down-to-the-wire game. Wow, if Ireland actually do this would be a very, very huge monumental feat because all they've got to do after that is versus New Zealand, right? It is what it is. We know the result there. For Lebanon, if they beat Ireland, then all they've got to do is versus Jamaica. So this really is it. This is it. This is the bumper car versus meets bumper car. And then after that, you go on your merry way. It's going to be a tight game. Who am I tipping? All right. So in this game here, I'm going to be tipping Ireland for the win. That's right. I'm going with Ireland. I just think for mine, had the way he'd been in the game, I would have been happy to have, sung his praises, sung Lebanon's praises. But it's just not the case anymore. So for me, I'm going to have to side with Ireland here. I think Luke Keary will get it done. Luke Keary, Frankie Holton, as I've talked about before. The Irish forward pack, much like Irish in nature, they're loud, they're rowdy, they're strong, and they're ready for a fight. And again, with Lebanon, though I see poise and obviously a lot of learning they can get from that New Zealand game, I just think for mine that without Adam Doihe, it's a big loss. In saying that though, can Mitchell Moses steer the team? Does he have what it takes? And I suppose that's the question I will leave you guys with. In saying that, I'm done. Thank you again for listening. Give me your thoughts, what are your opinions. Take it easy. See you guys next time. Hold the wall.